Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Back to the Lab. Fresh off of the Boulder badge. Next, we're off to... what is this route again? Route 3. We're off to Route 3 just before the Mount Moon phase. So today's episode is going to be a bit of a grind. And we're actually going to do another bit of a creator's diary, as I've got some thoughts and announcements that I want to cover in this episode. But let's get the battles rolling, and we'll kind of talk about it as we go along. So what I want to talk about today is kind of like the editing process of these videos, as well as what I'm thinking of where the series is headed next as it needs to evolve. I've always been someone who wants to try new things and experiment, and even I mean I don't have that much time to invest in like learning how to edit anymore and figure out what the algorithm looks like and stuff like that. So the best bet I've got is to just continue to do trial and error. And what that means is we've been doing pretty much daily shorts for over half a year now. So I'm thinking like what's the best way to improve this series for the next little bit until we hit the 1 year mark. And I couldn't really think of anything. I thought of like new style of editing. I thought about skipping some of the grindy parts like you're seeing here today, but I really thought that would kind of like destroy the integrity of the series. The whole point is for you guys to see the growing pains, see the bad parts, the good parts, and everything, right? Like if I just skip to the good parts, then it feels kind of disingenuous. Like, did I really make it there, or did I just like, you know, just kind of cheat my way there? You would never know, right? Like if I didn't show you every step of the way, like who's to say that I didn't just like fake it till I made it, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with this. So I think the main goals are still to show you everything that I'm doing in the run, but at the same time like figure out what's the best viewing experience for you is. Which brings me to my next part. I think the best viewing experience that you guys are gonna get out of this is by seeing everything, and that includes the tracker as well as, you know, the fights. So the game side by side with the tracker on the screen. Because a lot of times I've had to do like a lot of weird edits where like if I want to show you something on the tracker, I gotta like make sure I edit that in. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to show you guys what items I have. Instead of going to the game menu, you know, I usually just click it in the tracker and it shows up there. But not every time do I remember to show you guys the tracker while I'm in game, so it ends up being really awkward and I'm just talking about something that you can't see on screen and you just have to remember. So that part of this this process is something I really didn't like, and since Kingdra died, I really wanted to make like a better effort at using the tracker, because throughout the entire Kingdra series, I've just been remembering off the top of my head like, oh, did I face this mon before? Like what do I know about him? Is he tanky? Is he like got some crazy moves? I've just kind of been going off the top of my head. But now I kind of want to try to use the tracker a little bit more, like mark off which mons are more dangerous, which ones have higher defense and stuff like that. And I want to be able to like check what moves they have and what abilities they have, while at the same time optimizing my editing process, right? I kind of need to like save time on editing. So like to show you the tracker and show you the game progress at the same time requires a lot of editing. a lot of editing, including like a lot, like the amount of editing I do kind of adds up here and there based on like a bunch of small things that I need to take care of, right? So this just adds like another chunk to my work. So I'm trying to like optimize and save on that time so I can like push out these videos on a more consistent basis and not have to skip days due to, you know, unforeseen circumstances. So what this really means, and it's kind of a long-winded talk I'm giving here, is I think we're gonna convert the series over to long form. We're gonna ditch the daily shorts and we're gonna go to daily long form videos. What this allows me to do is, you know, a lot of times I'm flipping the tracker between enemy mons and my mon, and you guys don't see that very often. You guys don't know that I'm doing that. You may notice something weird here and there because, you know, you might see like a little cursor move across the screen in my daily shorts. That's me just trying to like, I'm trying to click on the tracker and like figure stuff out. So that's kind of like one of the small but very meaningful and time-saving optimizations that I plan to make is to just go to long form. That way you'll always see the tracker, you'll always see the game, and you'll see it side by side, so you know at all times what I'm looking at, and I don't have to worry about forgetting to do something as I'm talking throughout the video. Which brings me to my other point. Interestingly, is like you already noticed in the past few episodes, like the audio is back. We're no longer a text-based series. Like I'm talking in my videos again. You guys are going to hear live. That's because obviously talking videos is much more engaging than, you know, reading a text off screen, because it's always painful and you might not like be able to pay attention to the game and the text at the same time. So I'm trying to like make viewing experience a little bit more easy for you by doing it this way. In some ways it also saves me time, but in others it also doesn't. It's kind of a bit of a tricky situation. There's no like, I think, best way to do this. So we're gonna try to do this for a little while and see how it goes. But yeah, I hope long form video will be much more enjoyable for you guys, and we'll experiment with this for like the next little while and see how it goes, and see where that takes us. And you know what, another thing that comes with long form videos is I'm no longer bound by 3-minute shorts, so you'll be maybe getting a lot more like authentic experiences because I can talk for a little bit longer now. I don't have to cut out certain segments of my speech, or like I don't have to filter out some of the stuff that you normally should see when you're playing the game by yourself. So you're gonna get hopefully a more complete experience by me going to long form, and we'll also like be able to include more than just one route in a video. Maybe we now do 2. So one video might actually cover multiple segments in the game. That, you know, I think we're gonna try to do, but again, it really depends on the amount of effort it's gonna take me to edit. So like one of I think Mr. Shadowcat was the original viewer who brought this up. He asked me like, hey, do you play ahead of time and just like release all the episodes one by one, or do you like play once a day and release that? So with this new format, what it also means is I'm going to try to play, you know, what I think is a reasonable amount and what I think I can release and edit in one day and release at the same time. But it also means that sometimes I might feel like, I feel like this is getting a little bit long, or I feel like, okay, maybe this doesn't make sense to be all in one video, or sometimes I just run out of time where I'm like, I need to push this out, or I'm just gonna have to delay it by a day and another day and another day, and I don't like doing that. So you might see a little bit of that now, where I am actually playing a little bit more, and I am slightly ahead of you guys. Like, that might happen. I'm not saying it will. I'm gonna try my best to avoid it. So I might be like slightly ahead of you guys, where I'm just like, oh, I'm just like one episode ahead, because I'm trying to my best to edit everything down to one episode, and I failed to do so. So I just want to make that very clear. Like, I'm still trying to do one a day, play once a day, release once a day. I'm not trying to like play the entire game and then just chop it up for your viewing pleasure. But like, I still like that, having that dynamic interaction between me and the people who view these videos. And then when you guys say something fun and interesting, I can incorporate it like pretty much immediately. That's like the ultimate goal, right? This cast form is doing surprisingly well. I have not had to worry a single time, except for when I don't kill a mon in one hit. And speaking of not having to worry, the Rayquaza pops up in my screen. So this would be like if I don't kill this might be a good first example of me trying to use the tracker. So let's see. Yeah, he's not terribly strong. I don't think I need to track anything per se. He might have like I think I might say like maybe his like physical defense is a little bit high, and we are indeed faster than him. That's what I'm gonna use +/- for, and that's it. So next time I see Rayquaza, I'll know he's got high defense. I probably won't kill him in one shot, but I'm faster than him. So that's that. Yeah, so that's basically the announcement that I wanted to make in this video, is going from short to long. Now, the second part of this video is, am I ditching shorts completely? Maybe not. Like, you might see them here and there once in a while. I have plans for what I plan to do with shorts still. I don't plan to abandon them completely. I plan to use them for very different purposes. It's not going to be what you've seen previously, where they're like a trailer to the long form video. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. But they might be more like tackling, like, they'll still be about Kaizo Ironmon, and now we have a Regirock, so let's focus a little bit here. What the heck happened? Okay. Karate Chop is insane. It only has 50 power. It nearly took me out. It probably has really high attack. I don't know if there's any way I can like avoid destruction. He's faster than me. I think that was the other thing. If I was faster than him, I don't think I could have avoided this problem. We can heal, but I think he did his cross chop. Sorry, no, his karate chop did 73 damage, which is more than what I can heal. I did not expect this. I did not expect seeing this to happen. So now it's kind of awkward, because kind of have to pray that paralysis comes through and we just win the fight because he's paralyzed. Because I don't think we're gonna meditate. Like, we need him to be paralyzed for 2 turns for us to win. Yeah, let's say we soda pop, heal for 60, he's gonna KO us. Yeah. Oh, this is rough. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do. We just have to hope that his paralysis sticks and we get 2 free turns. Oh man. I'm faster? Twin Needle? Oh right, paralysis cuts speed down. Oh man, in that case, maybe healing would have saved us from Twin Needle. It doesn't. Actually, nobody would have guessed.
Back to the lab again.